Alright, it is time to solve the Sunday crossword on February 8th, 2026. This one is by Chloe Reverie. Possibly a debut. First Sunday puzzle. Okay. This will be an interesting one. She's certainly made some previous puzzles before, so I'm excited to see how this one goes. Edited by Will Shorts, of course. Okay, let's look at the title. Who's in charge here? And I can see, at least from the grid, that there are going to be some circled squares. Seems like they come in groups of four. At least four. This might be three or four or five or something like that. So I'll have to take a look at it later. But that'll be something to watch out for. So I think we'll just start on the bottom here, see what's gonna happen here. Hit reality TV series suggested by this puzzle's groups of circled letters. Let's see what else there is. Remember on the Riviera. Summer on the Riviera is an été, just a French word for summer. One-time parent company of Virgin Records. I'm thinking in terms of a record that used to exist. I think it's either RCA or we have EMI. Sorry. I'm gonna go with RCA for now. So this one looks like you can count on me is like I can do something. Maybe I can help. Don't know what word would go there, but let's see what else there is. Led. Don't know. Let's see. Patronized as a restaurant. Patronized. Eaten at, maybe? If you have eaten at a place, you might have patronized it. At first, I thought this was wrong because ate at, but I realized the number of letters, it should have been eaten at. Let's see, this is Ursa Minor. Stevie wonders, isn't she lovely? The thing I realized with these kind of fill-in-the-blank clues is that you always have, well, not always, but a lot of the time when you have a fill-in-the-blank for a title, this is usually a contraction or some kind because it's quite hard to clue otherwise, for instance, the word isn't. Or the word he's, like HE''S, something like that. So usually I think the standard choice for a lot of constructors is to go with a title because usually you have a little bit more interest with that and a bit more variety. Let's see what this is. Strawberry something refresher. Perhaps this is not Ursa Minor. Maybe it's not the constellation. Maybe it's Asia Minor because this looks like it's acai. Because that's certainly one of those trendy superfoods that exists in drinks anyways. A small bug. It's a small bug. Don't know what that is. Easily moved. Easily moved. Maybe it's not can. But I'm sure this is RCA, so let's see what else this is. Social media tribute to a celeb, say. A tribute to a celeb. What might you tribute? You might tag someone. You might make a fan edit. What would end in IE? I can't think of anything right now. Tech company exec is CTO, chief technical officer, I think. Because the word tech shows up there anyways. I wonder if we should start retiring those kinds of clues. What exogen relieves? Pain? What it relieves. So let's take a look at it later. Major leaguers, is this possibly triple A's? Let's see what that leads me to. Something hard to face. What is hard to face? I don't know. Reese Witherspoon of Legally Blonde. Talks back to is probably sasses. If I imagine, let's take a look at all these S's. Set of 9, dancing, yeah. Compels, things, workplaces. So these are all S's, so this is probably right. Set of 9 dancing at the 9 ladies dancing, perhaps? I can't remember anything beyond the birds. And a few other things, like 5 gold rings, for instance. Ooh, I know this one. Vexillologists subject is flags. They study flags, or at least the design of flags and stuff like that. Social blunder, probably a gaffe with an E at the end. Bud of baseball. I don't know. Easter purchase is an egg dye, perhaps. Let's see. Manning with 2 Super Bowl rings. Oh, Peyton. That's not triple A's. This is pros. Or that makes sense as well. Definitely more sense than triple A's S with an S at the end. Let's see. Something hard to face. I still don't know what that is. I feel like I should know what this is at this point. If it's what they say, it's a hit reality TV series. It's a reality TV. Under something? Maybe it's under something. So to arrive by car is to pull up, I believe. Or rock up, but I think pull up with this letter here. Gym staff member is a trainer. I have a trainer there. Let's see what this is. Bud of baseball. Is it Peleg? That sounds like a name familiar to me, but I'll come back to it later. Can't be too sure right now. What exogen relieves? Relieves. What does it relieve? Uh, I mean, what word works here? Pity? Pots? Path? I don't know. Okay, let's look at this. A stone measure. So stone is a unit of weight, some number of pounds. I know that like English people like to give their weight in stone, or at least Alex Horn likes to give his weight in stone. But I think this might be carat. Talking about like an actual physical stone and something you might measure is the carat, specifically of gemstones. So what else is this? Ooh, so I saw this one. Weasel relatives. That's an S at the end. Is it ferrets? Ferrets, maybe. What is this? Easily moved. Um, portable. Portable. That's what it is. Easily moved. I was thinking more like emotionally, but maybe that's what they were going for with this clue. Let's see. Fan. Maybe it's a fan something, right? Oh, I don't know. I thought Exogen would have relieved something like PTSD. It's certainly one of those conditions that starts with a P. If that's a something hard to face, I still don't know what that is, so I'll come back to it later. Oh, undercover boss. Um, what is it? One-time parent of Virgin Records. Is it ERA? Is that one of the parent? Is that one of the records that exists? E something A makes me think it is era because I don't know what else it would be. So maybe it's not what could this be? Lead. I don't believe these things now. I don't know what is I don't know what's real anymore with this puzzle. Let's see what else there is. Something hard to face. Acne, okay. Um it might be hard on your face, I suppose, because a bump would be hard. What is this? Pat Pate? Pats? What is this word? Um I don't know. But I mean at least I know Undercover Boss. This is right. Definitely a reality TV series. So suggested by this puzzle's groups of circled letters. So what is this? Um maybe this is not maybe this is roll up. Pull up is certainly right. Oh, right. This says things fall apart. Things fall apart, and that has the one that's that one poem was like turning and turning in the something gyre. The falcon cannot hear the falconer. I don't know the poem anymore. I read it in high school. Um, yeah. Let's see what is alternatives to Euro platters. Platters. Platters makes me think it's some kind of perhaps it's oh man I'm thinking like Lebanese kind of mezes. I don't think it's yeah, I think it's Lebanese. You get mezes, but that doesn't work with this. The A is kind of tricky. It's not giving me too much information. I think I'll start with the P. What a tall collar covers the nape of your neck. Let's see what else there is here. Um, Margaret Atwood novel with the love triangle involving a paleontologist. Um, I know Margaret Atwood, but I don't know the name of this book, unfortunately. Let's see, amateur radio devotees, which I don't know. Greeting in Brazil is hola, very similar to Spanish, but not quite, right? So let's see. Oh, cruel fate. Perhaps it's alas. Read quickly is to skim, right? Gives the green light is okays. Let's see. Philosopher Kierkegaard. which I don't know. I'll have to come back to that. Maybe I do, faintly, but I don't know off the top of my head. Variety of rabbit or goat. Perhaps it's Angora, because I know Angora refers to a lot of things, including cats, right? But I think also rabbit and goat. I think Angora because of the fur of a goat, perhaps. I know that's what they do with like cashmere. They do it with sheep, right? So Angora probably. To come back in is to re-enter, I think. Then what is this? Canadian coin polar bear is as a toonie, so it's like $2. A single dollar is a loonie because it has a loon on the coin. Bright shade similar to magenta, hot pink, smoking pink. What is this? Something pink. Kingpin. Interesting. Okay, so okay, so these are just I suppose these are just words that mean boss that are somehow hidden within these words. Maybe it's this is a rather straightforward theme if that is the case. So let's just carry on and see what we can get. Amateur radio devotees are hams because there's they call them ham radio. Let's see what it is. To read quickly is to scan something. So this might be shocking pink, perhaps. Sure. Soren. Soren is certainly a name, and I'm happy with that because I think I've heard of this before. Individualist. Could be a noun, could be an adjective. Individualist might be alone. Individualist might be I don't know the word. Okay, can't think of a word. Drink from a tub. Drink from a tub. Something wine, perhaps? Dig up dirt. I've got this is on it. Then barely scrapes by is ekes by. Dig up dirt. Doesn't look like it's whoa. Then what could this be? There are not many words that are OE. And this is certainly right. On it and ekes by. That's right. So what could this be? Dig up dirt to I can only think of po, bo, toe, row. It's not helping me. I'll get at some point, but it's so frustrating when that thing happens. I just can't get it. What a sad person might break into tears, unfortunately. Petri dish. What is this? Explicit command. Don't know that right now. Vapes. E-cigs. That's like the only acceptable synonym there is to vape. Georgia airport. Don't know. Slacken is to ease up, perhaps. Clorox competitor is Lysol. And what is this? A Yom Kippur, right? MU makeup of some face masks. Mug? It's perhaps just a mug. Makeup of some face masks. I don't get this reference. Maybe this is talking about like makeup as in, like cosmetic makeup. It could also just be like a face's mask is like you call it a mug, like your face is a mug, perhaps. Love rang o'er me. That looks right. Then what could this be? Or sorry, it's not mug, it's mud. Because you have some mud face masks. That's right. Then what is this? Something order. Direct order. Oh, as in director. I suppose direct is kind of the same meaning. Let's take a look at what else there is. Georgia airport. Oh, Atlanta, Georgia. That's right. Siren-like is shrill. Siren, not as in the sirens in the Odysseus, the mythological sirens, but more so like an actual fire engine, for instance. Pi follower is rho. It just looks right. That's one of those letters. I don't like the way. I mean, it is true. The way that Brits would pronounce this would actually just be which I was so disappointed when I found that out because I was reading Harry Potter like that was the only series I've actually managed to complete, when I was a kid. And in my mind, they were always just saying the word and it was just, eventually that would have been like really funny because a lot of people say like actually, and so on and so forth. But it turns out they just say the word which is boring. Let's see what else there is. Individualist, I still don't know that one. Drink from a tub, still don't know. Concert broadcast that celebrated its 100th anniversary in 2025. So Should give me a clue with like something that began in 1925 of all places, of all time. Sorry. The something concert broadcast. I can only think of like the BBC proms. The concert broadcast. The Met is something else. An opera. I can't think of it. Can't think of it. A vast amount probably is a C. Let's check this S. Looks through someone's phone. Say. Stocks perhaps. That possibly the answer. Let's check this S. Goes well with. Okay. Possibly stocks. Many boy band fans is an S at the end. Boring is snore. What is this? I don't believe that's right. Individualist. This one looks like it's loner. What is this? One-time singer. Oh, Enya. One of those you'll see all the time. The it's not Tory. Why is that the only word I can think of? The Mary. What is that word? Patron of sailors. It must be one of those like patron saints, right? And I can't think of that, so I'll come back to it later. Many boy band fans. I mean, you would think it would be like something girls, fangirls. Doesn't fit here, of course. Goes well with still an S. So let's see what else there's. S blank O blank blank S. Looks through someone else. Looks through someone's phone. Someone's phone. Stores? No, I don't know. I'll take a look at it later. We have a lot more places to go to. It typically has a string attached. Something tag, it looks like. Tea bag. Sorry, tea bag. That's what it is. It has a string attached. That's right. Alternative to Euro platters. I should put an S there. A water molecule contains 3 atoms. Things that typically build up during vacation. Emails build up during vacation because you don't check your inbox. Figure skating biopic. Don't know. Let's take a look at what else there is. Dora with her monkey boots. Stirrup is to incite, perhaps. Place for a shoelace is an eyelet. That's what it's called. Oh, okay. This is I, Tanya. And I know Tanya is one of those skater names. I just don't know the last name, unfortunately. But I know I've seen Tanya before. And I is one of those, like, like sort of memoir starting words. It's also the same as I, Tina, which is a memoir published by Tina Turner. So what is this? Life Before Man. Life Before Man. Of course, because it's involving a paleontologist. All right, so Life Before Man. Let's see what this is. Oh, kebabs, of course. Kebabs. Dreyfus DeVito comedy. I should have seen this before, but can't think of the name. Unfortunately, relative of a heron is stork. I think. Italian city known for its cheese is Parma. Something man, I forgot what it was. Fighting is at it. Annual reason for lost sleep is daylight savings time. Tin men, time men? Pop to a talk could be dada, the way it's spelled here. Pointers for a fencer is epes. Let's see. Band with the 1995 hit Wonderwall. Can I go now? Are we done? Tin men. Okay, I believe that. Work with the needles to sew. Perfectly dreadful. Cats. The pun knows the pun there. They like to do that kind of clue, like sort of give you a little hint there. Villainous chortle. Don't know. USA. If for instance, what could USA be? What could that mean? Country doesn't fit there. Hawk homes are Eries. Also, I know that from the I only know that as like an eagle's home, but sort of a large bird would just live in an eyrie. What many a shelter animal hopes to be adopted, right? Rescued. That's another word, surely. Jumpy. I don't know. Position in basketball is a point guard, so you call it guard. What are the different kinds of guards? Band with the 1995 hit Wonderwall. I don't know. I feel like I should. Let's see what this word is then. Nonprofit group behind. Well, it should look like it's like head of something. The ad something. If this is villainous chortle could be hee hee. It's not that villainous. It's a bit cartoonish. It's a bit silly, you know. Maybe that's what it's going for. Title for William beginning in 2022. It should be Prince of something, right? Oh, right, because if this is Prince of Wales, because then this is CEO, right? So undercover boss. Let's see, goes well with fits. Patron of sailors. Stella? Is it possibly Stella? Let's see what this is. Come back to it then. Well, maybe I should focus on this. Vibes. Is it possibly Stella? What is this? Drink from a tub. Makes me think this is wine still, but what could I don't believe it then. Let's take a look at what else I can find because I mean I have so many options here that I haven't looked at. Words on either side of blank is blank. It's like it could be fair is fair. Love is love. There are a lot of words that could be on either side. Autocorrect target is a typo. Okay, so should begin with end with a T. Something is something. Come back to it later. To bank on is to rely on something. A sting operation, a setup, ploy, a sting operation. Wasp? I'm just thinking sting and other forms of the word, but wasp doesn't really fit, you know, the way it's written. Ecstasy of Saint Teresa, sculptor. I can't think of many names like that for sculptors. Annie DeFranco, which I feel like it's kind of cheating just knowing all of these names while knowing very little about the actual person. Maybe I should research these people. Small change is a smidge. It's a little iota. I don't know about small change, a tweak. Tilt. To tilt is to skew. I believe that's probably the best word for that. To supplement. I don't know. Probably not a K then. To slip up is to air. A wee mewer is a kitten. Prestigious academic journal since 1880. 1880, I don't know my academic journals, so I'll have to come back to it. Leeks. Sliced lengthwise before washing. I didn't know that. I have never prepared leeks, though, but they're one of those things that, you know, you have to open up. I imagine because they're sort of stocky. So that's kind of cool. Supplement. Can't think of what this would be. Tilt is to... tilt... Don't know. Well again. Healed, perhaps. Recovered in some way. Sports franchises, teams, I suppose. Vibes. Don't know. Let's see what else. Resume problems at times. Gaps, I suppose. I mean, supposedly, yeah. I mean, that's what a lot of people are worried about. Oh, cruel fate. I don't know. Get in on the game. Ante up, I suppose. Could be something. Certain kind of game, very specific kind of game. But let's see what else there is. A humane society, perhaps. This is what it is. Tricks or kicks. A cereal. Fine-grained wood in some wood instruments is teak, I think. Don't know what instrument that would be, but no. Performances. This should be operas, right? Palais Garnier. Yeah, it's an opera house. Disney character based on the New Orleans chef Leah Chase is Tiana from the Princess and the Frog. Let's see. More ideal. What could this word be? And fine-grained wood. That doesn't look right. What could that be? Pear? Is it pear? Oh, utopia. Then it would be utopia. More ideal. Okay, let's see what this is. Gaucho? Grucho? Okay, año for this, which looks like you should answer in Spanish. So, por me. Let's see what else there's. Supplement is to enrich something. Werewolf on TV's Wednesday. So Wednesday, as in Wednesday Adams, I believe. But I don't know any other characters in the Adams family, so it doesn't really help me. Let's see. Prestigious academic journal since 1880. Science, the Science Journal. Yeah, Science. That's just what it is. Wizard of Menlo Park. I only know that because of blank park and also these letters. So Menlo Park looks right. BMD offering since 2000. I don't know. Vibes, the moods, maybe. Money in rock and roll. Eddie Money, I suppose. I didn't know that. Many boy band fans are tweens. Sure. I mean, I'll give you that. It's a bit editorializing, but I'm okay with that. It does say many. It doesn't say anything about like most or like usually. It just says many. And in this case, like you are given bits of leeway to be a bit, I guess, more creative. I'll take liberties with how it is here. Looks through someone's phone is to snoop, I suppose. What is this? The Apri? What is that? Oh, Stelmo. Sorry, patron of sailors is a Stelmo. I was thinking about a name of a certain like patron saint, but a Stelmo is someone that funds a ship. So the Opry. I suppose that's right. I mean, Opry is a word. Like the Grand Ole Opry, for instance. Drink from a tub is moonshine. So what is this? Dig up dirt is hoe. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but yeah, hoe is to dig up dirt. BMW park. Oh, Parks and Rec. Informally, yeah, because of the show. Await settlement is to pend, I suppose. In view is seen. Then mine, the mini, I think. Now what is this? Something council, right? Band with the hip Wonderwall. It seems Oasis. Big Sur. Yeah, that's right. What is this? The ad council. Okay, that's what it is. The ad council. This is head, and we're just left with this one now, as well as some other things, right? So, trouble with Z's is insomnia. Then what is this? USA is a channel, right? Okay. Jumpy might be on edge. Social norms are the mores of a culture, I suppose. It's quite a specific word, but I think that's right. Moral doesn't seem to work. Quick hellos are highs, which could also include his, but I also realize, including the word his is not the easiest thing. Actually, try like just try it. See if you can find an interesting clue for his. Um, so it's certainly acceptable. I think in some cases preferable to actually clue it as highs. Just some quick hellos. It's kind of interesting. Classification. Class tilt is to lean. Right. Oh, chair. Okay, that's what it is. Chair. And this is an elastic hair tie. Right. So something I guess to note about a lot of these hidden words is that you always want to try to just put it in between two words, just because you want to, like, it would be nice, for instance, if you can change the pronunciation of it when you split it between two words. And you also just want to sort of make it as not obvious as possible, right? You want to kind of make it like kind of an interesting inclusion inside, something that's unexpected. Let's see what this is. Werewolf on TVs yesterday. I don't know. So let's see what else there is. Small change. Small change. I don't know. Come back to it. Words on either side of. Oh, words. Sorry. So this should be multiple words. A bet is a bet, which could be also interpreted as the single word a bet. This works though. Crafty sort is an artisan. Literally crafty, good with crafts. Ecstasy of Saint Teresa. Do I know this? Is it Bernino? Because a sting operation is a trap. And to take a load off is to sit down. And then a small change is nickel. It's a nickel. Small change as in like actual change. Nickel. Classification could be kind. So Enid is the werewolf, which I think is also the name of some Missouri city or something. Just some random place. But it's shown up before. So Enid is one of those names that exists in crosswords. Hollywood workplaces is sets, and Selig, Bud Selig. Also is a bit familiar, so I'm okay with that. Let's see, lead is you might have ran something. Let's see, one-time parent of oh, maybe this is EMI. I don't know why I was discounting that at first, but it is EMI. Okay, you can count on me as I'm all in. Right, okay, let's see. Small bug is a code, and this is dined at. Okay. Oh, that's a fan vid. What is Oh, maybe it's not CTO. Maybe it's Chief Information Officer. So okay, you know what? I'm okay with this. I complained about this before, saying this was wrong. Turns out I was wrong. I'm sorry about that. So it's CIO is the Chief Information Officer, I suppose, and that would be as opposed to CTO, which works. And this is paint, so it's a fan vid. Same thing as a fan edit. Fan vid works as well. Good. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the theme. Just once again, I think it was quite self-explanatory how this theme works. You got a couple of words that mean the word boss, and in some way they are undercover, meaning hidden. And typically, the way that you signify like a hidden word is just sort of split between two words. In this case, you have like for instance, Prince of Wales, which does not in any way include the pronunciation of CEO, for instance, um, and is without indicating it with the letters is quite not obvious. Um, so these kind of things is what we kind of mean by like hidden words. In this case, undercover. Um, I thought that these were okay. I suppose that for in comparison to previous Sundays, this one was quite on the simpler side. I was quite happy with the quality of the fill though. Typically Sundays you see a lot of compromises made with the quality of fill being sometimes just kind of dodgy. You can get away with a lot more of those kinds of things on Sundays than you can with other crosswords, just because Sundays they just have their grids are just so big. Like I think it's just more likely probability that you're going to have at least one kind of dodgy word. Whereas in this there really wasn't anything like that. Like I thought all of these words were very solid. All of them were fit for even like a weekend. Even say I would even say like a Monday. Honestly, all of these words are like quite easy. Um, of course, it's different though. How easy the word is in general, and how tricky the clue is written for it. Because you have words like nickel, which really threw me. You have small change, which if this were a if nickel were clued on a Monday, it would just literally be like you might even see something as simple as like 5 cent coin, and then that would be the answer nickel. So you really got all kinds, and this one really did trick me. Um, so again, I say this in a good way. All of these words are really easy. Meaning that the vocabulary is something that is like very, very well restricted. Is something that I think all of us should be expected to know. Which is really that's just the point of puzzles. Like you're not really meant to, like you're not meant to construct the puzzle in a way that can not be solved. So this kind of stuff is good. Were there any? I mean, there also were a lot of question marks that I suppose I didn't quite get at first. For instance, this one, drink from a tub. This one does make sense though. Moonshine is usually brewed in a tub, and I suppose it was originally going for a verb. You were supposed to imagine it was a verb to drink from a tub. I don't think that's something that people typically do, but like I don't do that. Hoe, dig up dirt. Which I don't know why I just didn't see that. Like I looked all over the keyboard just to see what letters even made words that are like valid English words, and like ho should have been one of them that come up, but it didn't. Let's see what else there is. So we have you can count on me. I'm all in. I don't know why this one just like got me. Partly it was this, and it just so happened that this with RCA just happened to coincide with this possibly being eaten at, but this one is dined at, which is also okay. Yeah, so I will say I kind of just decided to take my time with this one, but I did kind of get it was I think the pacing of this solve was overall pretty smooth, but just a bit slower than I typically would be if I was solving this on my own, without recording. But you know, I'm okay with this. It was a very satisfying Sunday. I'm very happy with this one. All right, that's it.